I'm saying right now. Okay. Yo, you already know it's Skye'redd. I'm from Fayetteville, and I'm all around the city. I mostly around the Douglasburg area. That's where I'm from and where I was raised. But nowadays I'm all over the place. Shout out to Charlotte. I'm really an NC baby. I really like to represent the whole state and the East Coast in general. But I'm a hip hop artist, and grew into just a multi-genre artist. I don't really like to put myself in any sort of box or anything like that. But I just keep it genuine, keep it authentic. I keep it myself, and I like to challenge myself, experiment, and basically just inspire people to do whatever it is that makes them happy. You know what I mean? And I came up from skateboarding. That's kind of how I got into the hip hop genre to begin with. And I grew up around music my whole life. So, my dad was playing guitar and singing. And, growing up, it really wasn't something I was originally envisioning for myself. But the more I got older and the more I became an individual, the more I felt the need to express myself in a certain way. And as soon as I got FL Studios and started learning how to produce, it took over. I just got addicted to making music and sharing it with the world. So, this for myself, for my legacy, and just for people all over the world to enjoy if they wanted to, So Skye'redd from Fayetteville, let's go. Hey. All right, so, what, who, and why is Skye'redd? Well, the answer is real simple. Like I said, I grew up skateboarding. I'm generally very open-minded and playing things like, Super Smash Bros, Mario 64, and just, playing outside with the homies. And so I really love to just live, be free-spirited, and I feel like that kind of comes out in my music as well. I never really liked only one genre of music, and as a producer, I like to try everything that influences me, and the world and all the music that has to offer all influences my sound. I got keyboards, I got that new FPC Fire because I'm a primarily a FL Studio artist as my digital workstation. But I play guitar, bass. I'm tapping in the trumpet, and I've gotten crazy with my vocals since I started. So it's only getting bigger and better from here. And I feel like I'm building music that's no genre. Just I can be a person that inspires and captivates a certain criteria of people, and they just love to see where I'm gonna go next. I want to make it like what's he gonna do, and which album is your favorite album and why. I can touch all sorts of different crowds and people, and because me myself, I'm all up and down. I'm on a roller coaster, hot and cold all the time, but I definitely use that to my advantage whenever I create, and whenever I just interact with other people in general. I try to relate and find a place that almost anybody can take from, and that's what my art's all about. Really, I just want everything to be free, expressive, and for the world. My music is mostly like hip-hop, beachy, indie, modern day hippie music. I imagine if there was a Woodstock today, I'd be performing on that, like 100%. So, definitely, if you feel like you just like some stuff to study, chill, smoke to, maybe fall in love to, be at the prom, skateboarding, or just be in your zone. And I even got the stuff for the club, so I got something for everybody, best believe it. Hey, straight up. So, I really love to, entertain children and inspire them and help mold them into being, dope adults and individuals. And really, that just comes from a spot where, I know there's a me inside that the world doesn't know. And I want every human being in this world to never be scared to tap into that they are choosing to not let out 100%. And so I got a song called Still Here. It's out everywhere. It's like, what if I said that the happy Skye'redd that wasn't made out of hope? Got a heart full of hope, my mind full of stones, smoke in the mirrors, all I needed was a home. That song came from a real place. I wouldn't say I had a hard childhood, but I definitely had challenges, and I definitely was exposed and experienced some things that I know that typically someone who's not an adult and is still molding themselves as a person probably shouldn't have encountered. But it's all good, you know. I never felt like I had it hard. I just took all those experiences and as an observer and to come to my own conclusion of who I wanted to be when I became an older person. But you know, I've ever since high school, I knew school wasn't for me. I was doing, you know, straight A student. I was in the NHS, and like I said, I wasn't even into music whenever I was younger. As far as creating it, I just really loved listening to it. But I was skating and I was just exposed to all these different types of people, and I saw people with so much talent that just didn't let that happen. They just kept it in a box because they felt like the world was built up in a certain way where they weren't allowed to do that. And that always was whack. You know, I remember getting out of high school and going, yo, I want to start rapping. And my homies are just looking at me like, the fuck are you talking about? You know, excuse my language. But I basically was like, look, man, I really want to make music. I started making beats. This shit is super fun. And, like, I want to make music. And this is how I want to put myself out to the world. And next thing I know, I'm skipping class at FTCC to make beats. And, you know, I'm staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning every day making songs and just becoming who I am today. And through the whole longevity of it all, there's friendships that are now in the past, and there's people who went their own paths, and that's just life. That's just natural. And those experiences, whether it was, you know, a car accident I had, you know, some time back, or whether it was, you know, what I was dealing with doing my job as a plumber, you know, whatever that was, whatever discomfort it was, those negative things, I want to turn it into a story that people who feel like they're in that same kind of clutch from the world that I might have felt like I was in times, they can take from that and go, he made it through, I could do it too. And you know, a mental struggle is just as hard as a physical struggle, which is just as hard as a spiritual struggle. So whatever your pain is, whatever your struggle is, you know, I feel like your friends and your family and the world around you can definitely be there for you, whether you feel like you out on your own journey. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's all this comes from. It's definitely just being hit with all these trials and obstacles and complications, and it was just never in my bones to get something complicated and say, okay, this is why I'm not going to be myself. You know, like, nah, forget that. Everything to the side. If it's something that is for me, if it's something that talks to my heart and my soul, and I know it is essential for me to exist and share myself with the world, I'm going to get it at all costs. And, you know, that's all I want to show to the world, that nothing's going to stop me, and you can be the exact same way. All right, so look, I'm going to tell you right now that if Skye'redd wasn't at work and didn't have to pay no bills, or just decided to go AWOL and off the grid and just do whatever, you bet you can catch me at your local skate park, get my daily exercise in, and then going home, whipping up some Fuego chili noodles with some egg. And then I crack open the wine, roll one up, and probably make like 2 or 3 songs every single day. You know, like, that's probably exactly what I would do. And if the internet was gone, I already prepped for this, because, you know, I watch all the YouTube conspiracies that there is to watch. I know about it all. You know, I know what's coming. Yeah, I'm onto you, Illuminati. Anyways, if the internet goes boom, then I would have already recorded all my favorite songs as a WAV file and put it on CDs, and have either bought the CD boxes or did the same thing in video format, so I could have unlimited favorite animes and shows and unlimited songs and daily exercise on my skateboard, you know, doing flips off of walls for no reason. That's just what I do. That's just what I do. Definitely, I also would like to think about probably about an hour's worth of meditation throughout the day, and, you know, stretching, not just skateboarding, also stretching, and drinking lots of water and having a better diet. So, you know, cooking. So you can find me in my little hut, my little Hagrid hut, out in the cut by the, you know, Forbidden Woods, the Forbidden Forest, cooking up fire Skye'redd songs, watching fire Skye'redd clips of skateboarding with some dope anime in the background and some fresh chili and egg ramen. That's it. That's what you're gonna find me doing. I really can't imagine doing nothing else. Bars are boring. So, you know, find me creating something real. That's it. A real feeling. You can find me at SKYEREDD 910 on Instagram and Twitter. That is Skye'redd for all of y'all who don't know. And if you don't know, you should know. And I'm on all platforms. And I plan on unveiling a lot of special things for you guys and coming up with custom clothes with my homegirl Felice and cooking up with the Light Tribe. You know what I'm saying? So find me on your social cloud and play that music loud. Let's go.